Well, Wheeler, this is Do You Know Magic the Gathering?
Yeah, I've played the game once or twice.
I will take Magic the Gathering cards and I'll slightly change it. I'm going to tell you this right now. It will be everything besides the border and the art, okay? I have been warned that you are the greatest mastermind that's ever played this game. You know every single card that's ever existed. Is this true?
In terms of knowing the cards, I'm at least top 3. Playing the cards, that's a different conversation. But knowing the cards, oh yeah, dude, I've wasted my life. Like, yeah, that's like space that could go to memorizing like nieces and nephews or birthdays. And no, it's just prophecy commons, man.
No, you know what? I'm the same way with Hearthstone, kind of the same way with League. There's not enough space for everything else anymore. Like it's bad. Okay, I have 11 cards for you.
Okay.
Your goal is to tell me A, if the card is just perfectly fine, or B, something is wrong with the card and what is wrong with the card.
Okay.
Okay? Let's see what you do. Here's your first card.
Lanoir Elves. Okay, so we have a single green for a creature. It's an elf druid. And it taps to add 1 green. That's all correct. I am noting one issue here.
What's the issue?
Usually creatures have power and toughness. So this card's a 1/1 typically, but this unique version has no power and toughness, not even a 0/0.
Yeah, so I did this to Voxy last time, and she fell for it, and I was praying to God it would slip through the crowd. Yeah, go for it.
I'm not saying not to slam Voxy, but how, like, she plays limited. All you do is look at the bottom right corner of your cards. That's that's your whole format.
The logic of it, at least in my mind, is like you play like Lanoir Elves is a great one because you knew exactly what it did, so you wouldn't even look at the stats because you're mainly playing that card for like tapping the green mana, right? So in your mind, it's probably like, yeah, it is a 1/1, but like how often does that really come up? I'm here for the tapping the green. That's what it comes down to. That was the easiest one by far, by the way. I was just hoping that would slip through the cracks. Like I was really hoping for this.
I appreciate it.
I want you to know, for yours specifically, because I was warned by Voxy and CGB, I really thought about these. Okay.
Okay.
We'll see. So you go. All right. Here's your next one.
So this is Birds of Paradise. For a single green mana, we have an 0/1 flying bird creature. That's correct. However, this activated ability, or this mana ability, says tap to add 1 mana of any basic land type. I think you'll find that Birds of Paradise taps to add 1 mana of any color. Doesn't matter what lands you got. You could tap this bad boy without any lands.
Okay, you're absolutely correct. I love how I love how confident you are going into all of these. Okay, good job. Here's your next one.
Thank you.
You're killing it. I'm kind of worried I'm not going to get a single one here, but we'll see.
See now, okay, already my brain is kind of racking what's going on here, because this is Expressive Iteration. It's a blue and a red for a sorcery. You look at the top 3 cards of your library, and then this version says put 1 of them into your hand, put 1 of them on the bottom, and then 1 of them into exile, and you may cast the exile card this turn. So the big mistake that I'm noticing is that it says cast, where Expressive Iteration lets you play. So if you exile a land, you can play that land. I'm going to lock that in, but I swear to God, if you're like, I switched the blue mana with the red mana, it will get me. That is how you get me. But I think I'm going to lock in that you can play the exiled card this turn.
Okay, you are incorrect.
Incorrect?
No, you're correct. You're correct.
Oh, thank God. Oh, Jesus. Okay.
No, you're correct. So, as someone who's not a major Magic player, I did not know that you technically can't cast the land. You have to play it. I learned actually yesterday that lands can't be casted. But you are entirely correct. For people who do not know.
Yeah, they changed. I mean, the wording used to be different. Like it would just say like you would play spells, but you would also play lands. And so it was very confusing, but then they're like, no, you cast spells, play lands. But people still will say like, I cast forest. It's like, okay.
See, that just sounds weird when you said it out loud. I hated listening
to
that. I'm going to be honest. I hated it.
It's real weird. I did watch some of these beforehand. I believe I watched the Voxy one and the CGB one. And there was one person got because the border was like snow border or like colorless, like devoid border.
Yes.
And that was great. I love watching people squirm.
So
with that,
I'll have you know that from that video, that was the CGB one. The amount of comments that I received talking that I shouldn't do that was insane. So
really?
Because they felt like there's too many iterations of cards that like the border might cause a problem. And my defense was, I think I showed him like it was just a red mana creature. So the fact it wasn't just red, that's why I was like, oh, this should have been obvious to you. But
okay,
I'm still on the fence of whether or not I should do that.
No, I'm on your side. This is about watching people get punished, man.
Okay. I feel like a lot of this will come down to like they don't want to see their like content creator fail. Like that's what it comes down to.
That's not my community. They
want you to fail.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, exactly. You know, when you're as polished as I am, watching me fail, that's, you know, you want to be there for when it happens.
Okay. Well, I'm really hoping I don't let your fans down.
No, I'm building up the hubris, buddy. It's going to boil over at some point. So this is Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath. The mana cost is correct at 1 blue and a green. It is indeed a 6/6 legendary elder giant. Its escape cost is correct at green, green, blue, blue, exiling 5 other cards from your graveyard. You cast from the graveyard. When ETBs are attacks, you gain 3 life and draw a card. You can put a land from your hand into play. That's correct. But the part that's incorrect is it says when it enters, you may sacrifice it unless it escaped. You always have to sacrifice Uro if it entered the battlefield and was not escaped.
Your final answer.
That's my final answer.
God fucking damn it. Yeah, you're right. It sounded like you kind of just brushed past it. I was like, yes.
No, I'm padding for you. I don't want you to have a 5-minute video here.
I appreciate it. Most people, that's the best part about working with content creators is they all know about watch time. Like that's the best part. Like, it always works out. All right.
Let's get you up. Let's get you above 10 minutes, 4 seconds.
Thanks, buddy. All right. There's your next one.
So this is Swords to Plowshares. It's a 1 white instant that says exile target creature. This version says its owner gains life equal to its power, but Swords to Plowshares, the controller gains life to it. So even if I gain control of somebody else's creature and I'm not the owner, if it gets swords, I gain the life. So the incorrect part of this card is saying its owner gains life equal to its power. It should be its controller gains life equal to its power.
You were correct. I fucking... Yeah.
Well, this card's 30 years old. I mean,
no, it's shocking. Like now I'm curious. I wish I did like a lot more cards for you because going way like, for instance, Hearthstone's 11 years old. So if I ask somebody a card that came out like 6 years ago, there's a good chance they don't remember exactly the wording of it. Right.
I mean, if you got a Hearthstone card, you can throw it in here too, bud.
I don't have a single Hearthstone card ready for you. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
Did you even play Hearthstone? I feel like
I played a lot.
Oh, well, why'd you stop playing?
Why did I stop playing? Odd Paladin got really boring.
Yes. Okay, so you left
that era kind of kind of like
yeah, no, that's respect. A lot. That was probably like one of the biggest downfalls of the game. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, here's your next card. Yeah, this is what I mean by the art, by the way. It's hard to like do the
oh, my man's close up. So this is Tfairy Timeraaler. The correct parts of this card are the following. Okay, so it's 1 white and a blue, that's correct. 4 starting loyalty is correct. It is a Teferi Planeswalker. The +1, until your next turn, you may cast sorcery spells as though they had flash. That looks correct. Returning up to 1 target artifact, creature, or enchantment to its owner's hand, and you draw a card. That's correct. The static ability that says players can cast spells only anytime they could cast a sorcery. That's incorrect. This effect is not. It's not a symmetrical effect. It should only affect opponents. So like opponents can only cast spells anytime they could cast a sorcery.
You're correct.
I will ask. Can I ask a question?
Go for it.
In the middle of this.
Go for it.
Is there going to be like on these cards? They've all had one thing incorrect.
There is not multiple.
Will there ever be?
No. I am not that. I will tell you this. Like comparatively to Hearthstone, like this is a lot more difficult.
Okay.
Hearthstone has, like, as you know, I would call it more vague text on some cards.
Yes.
So it's easier to trip people up on this because also in Magic the Gathering, I'm not sure like how you play cards, but people usually be like, I'm casting this card and this is what I'm going to be using on the card. I'm going to tap it for whatever mana. Like at Hearthstone, you don't do that, right? You see the card, you read it once, and then you play it by the picture and like, you know what it does. Yeah. So I feel like in Magic, it's been a lot harder to trip people up. But goddamn, like you start off with that sentence with, Let me tell you what's right about this card.
See, I play Magic the way I played Hearthstone. It's the same thing. I just look at the art and I know what this thing does. This guy's been staring at me for 6 years.
All right, here's the next one.
Stoneforge Mystic. Okay, let's talk about what's correct on this card. We got 1 and a white. That's correct. It is indeed a creature. It is a 1/2 that has a triggered ability of when it enters, you can search your library for equipment, reveal it, put it in your hand. That's all good. Pay 1 and a white, tap, put an equipment from your hand into play. That's all good. The creature type, you are missing a creature type. It is a core, but it is also, I believe, a core... Oh, it's a core artificer, I think. I mean, you probably want me to get granular, right? Like,
if you could hit it on the head, that would be impressive.
So the creature type is incorrect because it's a core blank. I believe it is a core artificer.
Final answer.
Wrong answer.
No, I said final answer, like question mark.
Oh, final answer. Oh, yeah, final answer. I'm locking in.
Yeah, you're fucking right. God damn it.
Yeah.
What is a core, by the way? Had no idea what that is.
Okay, so how much time do you want? You really want to pad out this length of this video? I will let you know.
50 minutes. I think we can get this finished done. So
there's like a race of people that show up in Magic. They've shown up a couple of times. I believe initially they were on the plane of Wrath, which is kind of like a separate plane that's layered on another plane. Okay. Warheads are they're screaming, they're frothing at the mouth as like, screw this up. And they're like kind of different back, like in that initial appearance, because their plane is layered over another plane. They all have like shadow, and they're a weird kind of, they're stuck in this like purgatory sort of thing. Maybe purgatory is not right. But anyways, and then fast forward and Zendikar comes out and they're like, hey, remember the core? They're back. This is what they look like when they're not trapped between worlds. But also this world is like collapsing, kind of.
Oh, okay. That was a lot darker than I thought it was going to be.
I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I'm the words on the card guy, not like the words on the wiki guy.
That's fair. That is fair. Also, Magic lore makes no sense to me. I'm going to be honest. So
yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of bunk most of the time. It's just retcon on retcon. But you know what? God bless them.
Whatever sells the packs. That's what matters.
Yeah, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
All right, here's the next one.
So this is Creeping Tarpet. This land enters tapped. That's correct. It taps to add a black or a blue. That's correct. And then you can pay 1 generic, 1 blue, and a black. It becomes a 3/2 blue-black elemental creature token until end of turn. Can't be blocked, and it's still a land. That is correct. I don't think there's a. I think that's correct. All that looks right. 3 mana, 3/2, can't block it. It's blue and black. Elemental sounds right, because this is part of cycle. They all become elementals. They are still technically lands, even though they are creatures, and it can't be blocked. I mean, it says so it can't be blocked this turn. I believe the text is just can't be blocked. Like, it just says it can't be blocked. But I don't know if you're going to... if that's something you're really gonna nail me on. If there's anything wrong, it's going to be the wording about can't be blocked. And this is on me, because my copy of Creeping Tarpet is not in English. And yeah, I haven't read the card, like the text on the card, in like a decade.
Okay, so I will let you know that most modern copies will say can't be blocked this turn. There is an older version that says is unblockable.
Yeah, that's
that is not part of the card. I'll tell you that.
Great, then this card's correct.
Are you 100% sure?
Oh, I'm locked in.
All right, I actually got you on one.
Oh my god. Okay.
Do you want to try to get it figured out, or do you want me to give it to you?
Creeping Tarpet becomes a 3/2 blue and black. It's still a land. No, give it to me.
This is a consistency error, because it says this land enters tapped, but then it says Creeping Tarpet becomes a 3/2. It would either say land becomes a 3/2, or it would say Creeping Tarpet enters tapped. It would not show. It would not say this land or Creeping Tarpet. It would have to pick one or the other.
Rarran, I'm a man of quiet rage.
Yeah.
It is. I get the. You know what? Yeah. If people were gambling and soft G on how I would get something wrong, it's this, because my brain is still coded to the back in the day shit of like. Yeah.
Is it that wacky?
Its name.
Okay, hold on. I want to double check if it's not that consistent. It seems like every version has consistency. I did check. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I'll take the L. I'll take the L.
Okay. All right.
I'm not too proud.
All I needed is one.
I can feel the giddiness.
Dude, I'm sitting every time you started a sentence with, let me tell you what's right about this card. It only fired me up further.
A pool of sweat.
That is a crazy line to start with. Let me tell you. Okay, here is your next one.
So this is Blood Moon. The mana cost is correct at 2 and a red. The enchantment type is correct. The rules text is incorrect here. So this says non-basic lands are basic mountains. What Blood Moon does is it actually turns non-basic lands into mountains. They are still non-basics, but they are just mountain that happens to be a non-basic land. They don't become basic lands.
Is there a mechanical difference to what is written on this card versus the real one? Because you are correct. Like if it was a basic mountain, would that actually mechanically change the game?
It would, because there are cards that specifically care about interacting with non-basic lands or basic lands. And often, this is a card that's very disruptive to mana bases, to a very specific type of mana base. And you will find players that want one copy of this effect will often try to have multiple copies. And some of them would not jive very well. Like there's a card called Back to Basics, kind of similar, that says like non-basic lands don't untap. If this card turned the non-basic lands into basics, it would still only add red mana, but they would untap under the Back to Basics.
Oh, so I see what you're saying.
There's a legit difference to it.
Okay. All right. You have 2 more cards. Here's your next one.
I mean, if you ever need someone to, maybe punch up some of these to get extra devious, I know how these Magic players think.
I will 100% take you up on it. 100%. There are people that I am trying to get for these videos where I think I would need like an expert.
Oh yeah, I can. We can cook a little.
Okay.
Siege Rhino here. Maybe need to cook a little less, I guess. It's a 4-mana 4/5 with the right mana cost. It has trample. When it enters, each opponent loses 3 and you gain 3. That's all correct. But its creature type is off. It is indeed a Rhino, but it is not a soldier.
Yeah, you were correct. Yeah. I was trying to, I went through like every Rhino in the game. There's actually a ton of different like ones, but I couldn't find what makes a Rhino soldier. I'm sure it's probably more obvious if I looked at it, but
yeah, it's if they're bipedal. So if they're, because the rhinos in Magic, they're either just rhinos or they are the rocks, which are like a sentient kind of rhino human hybrid.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, they're not human hybrids, but they're just upright rhinos that,
okay. I was like, here's my logic for the record. I was like, oh, there's a guy on top of it. It might count as both. That's what I said.
You know what? In modern Magic, they may do that too. That's like a good one. They try to, pull them all together.
Okay. This is your last card. Hopefully I get it. Let's see what you got.
So Aether Vile. It is indeed a 1-mana artifact. I believe it was a rare in this set. This card was originally an uncommon. I'm trying to, because this is the last one, I'm trying to be a little specific.
Okay, that's fine.
At the beginning of your upkeep, you can put a counter on this artifact. See, here's the thing. I'll continue reading the card, but here's the thing.
Dude,
so it says tap, you can put a creature card with mana. See, I'm a little methodical. I'd like to, kind of cruise through, take my time, recognize that, this puts creatures from your hand into play equal number of charge counters on it, but the triggered ability does not refer to them as charge counters. So the correct line of text on this card is, in your upkeep, you put charge counters on it.
Yes.
And then you tap to put a creature to play with equivalent charge counters.
Yes. I was hoping that, I think maybe a more non-methodical reader would have maybe brushed over that and just been like, oh, it's just referring to the charge counters below. Because I even thought about removing the word. I was like, go for it.
Honestly, after the creeping tar pit, which, to be clear, I will be thinking about for like a week. Like, this will affect my sleep, my demeanor. After that, it was like lock in. Like I could feel myself just
Yeah, yeah.
And reading through these cards too, it's like, okay, modern templating, Ben. That's your weakness. You're weak, Ben. You got to focus on that.
Maybe,
and you know what? Here we go.
Yeah, I think you're
in.
making me learn something. Maybe what I should do is rather than picking the cards specifically for the person, I should ask what their weaknesses are. Because maybe the modern templating would have been a lot more crucial. Also, it's interesting to think about, like, depending on the order I put these cards in first, if I did get Creeping Tarpet, maybe there would have been a hint of doubt for every answer you gave.
Right, yeah,
So,
no, I would just be in my own head.
Yes, yeah, because it is a slippery slope. The second you get one wrong, it really affects you. So that's why, like, when Voxy tripped up on the last one, like, it's so funny seeing it go forward. But that's it, dude. You did... I mean, as the expectation was, you did great.
Thank you. This was a lot of fun.
Okay, I'm glad.
I had a blast.
You're talking about how you're gonna remember Creeping Tarpet. I'm gonna think about. Let me tell you what's right about this card. And then your alias online is Wheeler. I'm assuming, right? Like you don't say your first. yeah.
It's just Wheeler. I didn't know that I was going to do this. I just kind of
What do you mean, like like this show?
Streaming.
Oh
no,
that's fair.
that's
fair.
Streaming. Yeah, like I just didn't know that, and I was like, yeah, I'll put my name. It's just such a boomer coded thing to do. Now that I'm thinking about it, but it was just like,
that's funny.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if people want to find me, they're gonna need to know my name.